June 12th, I believe, him and the North Korea leader, Sun Young Kim, and I heard that he's going for the younger team now. Did you read? Kim is calling in the young military leaders, the youth, and yeah, I'm just so trumped out by now anyway. But Trump is hoping for better success with North Korea. He had good success with the French at his meeting. He maybe too friendly. He was holding his hand and Macron, and I think he gave him a kiss, a French kiss. Yeah. So, but I'm not too big on politics, but history. When I was in school, I'll tell you, I like history now, but I didn't like it in school. I was the only one in class who forgot about the Alamo. And when the teacher asked me when did Lincoln sign the Gettysburg Address, I said 7 years ago. And you can put your John Hancock on that. Paul Revere also, famous The Midnight Ride of Paul Revere. But we got to count our blessings. That man was a freaking insomniac. I mean, but back then they didn't have these Salmonex. When Lawrence Welk would do the commercial. Salmonex, fall asleep, or 1, or 2, or 3. But also in history, one more thing about history. There was a woman named Molly Pitcher, and it's we don't know if this is for sure, but it might be folklore. But she was supposedly the woman who brought the water out to the troops in the Monmouth War, and reminding me a little bit of me when I was in high school. I was the water boy for the high school baseball team. Remember, one wise kid said to me, "Oh, you ought to join the water boy union and get $3.50 an hour." And yeah, but speaking of sports, how about those Mets? They batted out of order. I haven't seen that since Little League days. And in the news recently, J.R. Smith of the Cleveland Cavaliers, at the end of the game, he forgot how much time there was, and he dribbled out the clock. I guess JR in his case stands for just run out the clock. I'm a big Astro fan, as you know, and the Houston Astros, there was one pitcher, Ken Giles, he gave a home run, and he punched himself. He did a mow with curly into his face on himself, and he's supposed to punch out the side, not himself. But whatever. I like most sports, and I'm a big Washington Wizard fan. It's only appropriate they have like a Wall, there, John Wall on Washington, and I was in Washington not long ago, and they have in Washington they have, it's a very Chinese section there, and what they do is and they had a Chinese night one night, and the fans said and it said they had a fortune cookie. It said, "Very good, very good." You still do an egg roll, do pick and roll, you still suck egg roll. You're a big Washington, big sports fan, and hear about the lettuce scare, the E. coli that they've off the shelf. They've taken in Costco and other places. The romaine lettuce off the shelf, with this new scare, and I have a little thing I want you to remember by. So when you go shopping, you won't get sick. This is Mike's medical advice to you. Let us be careful when we shop for salad. We don't want to produce any microorganisms like E. coli, and you don't want to check out the emergency ward and get your body scanned. And but also doctors. I'm not, doctors. I hate waiting for doctors. You know, you're sitting in that freaking, that wax paper there. Don't you hate that when your tushy's in that wax paper and you're saying, what the heck is this doctor? And what is he taking so long? I mean, there's no patience here. And, he said, and it's like, you're saying, maybe somebody else is sick, all right, but nobody's sicker than me. I'm imploding. And it's unbelievable. How you're waiting for that doctor to come. And I have one more thing about doctors I want to say. I don't mind if my tax guy gets his taxes done by someone else, or if my barber goes to another barber. But I really would hate if my psychotherapist goes to another psychotherapist. I would hate to think my psychologist went local. Thank you.